But let's get into it, man, because you know what? I think it's you know, our man's pick. You know, when we know when it's a sniper's pick, we got to play it.
Faceplant. Bam!
Oh, damn.
Good Lord, man. That's a hard one, dude.
Oh, man.
He forgot the break and dance, yo. Jesus. Andrew. What's going on, Andrew?
All right. What's your pick this week, Alonzo?
Oh, my God. Okay.
I like this one.
I am going with Secret Wars #0 from Free Comic Book Day. And
exactly.
here's why. We all know that the Russos are kind of done with Marvel, but they did say they would be back to do Secret Wars. Now, everybody's probably thinking like the Beyonder and those books of the 80s, but if you take a look at it, Secret Wars, at least this iteration, has to do with different worlds. What better way to bring the X-Men? Because we know the X-Men are in essentially a different world. They could definitely do that here using Secret Wars. And on top of that, who wants to see X-Men versus Avengers? You would get that in Secret Wars because one world is going to rule them all. And this is what I believe will be the top book or the top book to get. However, there are tons of these. Okay. So again, you have to make sure that these Free Comic Book Days, they don't have a stamp in the back. You know, they don't have a stamp. They're a nice shape. They got a great Alex Ross cover. But also keep your eyes peeled for the Secret Wars also, the #1.
Oh.
These are also you need to keep and track down. Because again, we're going with that Secret Wars theme. So again, keep your eyes open. This is a long spec. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. But again, the Russos already said that they want to come back to Marvel if they can do Secret Wars. And I think this would be the perfect jumping point for them. And it would bring the X-Men into the MCU without ignoring everything that happened out in Fox.
Ultra, how you stamping it, bro?
Yeah, you know, if you have a high grade 9.8 candidate, that's definitely a hold just because of the opener that is this phenomenal story. And I'm for one, I agree with the issue #1 sentiment, and there's unfortunately a metric ton of variants because that's definitely when the store variant openers were starting to happen. Mm-hmm. But there's a few favorites. Everybody's going to have a favorite. I actually do have a favorite of all the exclusives for Secret Wars #1. It's actually the Mike Deodato.
That's a good issue.
That's it's the Hulk 181 swipe by Mike Deodato Jr. showing Old Man Logan versus the Maestro. So yeah, but I do agree the Secret Wars is definitely the direction that we're headed.
Nick, I saw you shaking your head there. What do you think? How you stamping it, bro?
Yeah, man, I'm buying. I'm buying this. I'm feeling it. I agree a lot with this, Alonzo. I've been buying issue #1 myself.
Yep.
It's cover A, the Alex Ross issue. It's really, really nice. 0 is something I got to put on my radar, you know, so I appreciate you bringing that to everybody's attention. But I agree with you. This is how we get Miles. You know, this is how, you know, this kind of whole thing happens. And we're like, all the signs are here, man. The multiple Spider-Man and the Tobey Maguires and those guys not doing the movie or actually doing the movie. You know, I'm feeling it. Bye. Yeah. I'm actually kind of panicking. It's $2.
Right. Big Rob, what are you thinking, man? I heard you grunt over there, bro.
No, grunting, not really. It's I'll totally buy it for $1. But
$2?
Maybe. Yeah, I actually love this story. One of my favorite stories that I read in the last 15 years. And but I really hope they don't wait until this point to bring in the X-Men and Miles and all that. I hope all that happens before this, because I see this possibly live action, maybe way ahead of time. I'm talking like 10 years into the future. So we'll see, because the original whole Iron Man to Thanos, that took quite a bit of long time. So this we're going to wait a long time for this to actually happen. So But it's a good buy. I'll definitely recommend buying.
Cool. What's the consensus on this chat there, Steven, JR?
Yo, man, they're buying, bro. Like for $2, you got Geek Driven saying for $2 all day long buy. You even got copy for $2.
Damn.
Why
Copy?
not?
You can buy a Marvel book, bro?
Yeah, man. Do you got something wrong saying to gently finger that like button and help out the herd? You know,
Finger.
Yeah. And he said
yeah,
if it's free, it's for me. Shout out
There
to
you go.
Azorig's Tigers jumping out the hood from Spine Takes. What's cracking, baby?
All right,
I got
man,
a little question. Well, I got one
go ahead.
quick question though, because this also brought in the Fantastic Four. What do you think about the other? Because there's a bunch of miniseries that came out of this. Is there any of the miniseries that we should be looking at?
Oh, there's tons. Like, there's definitely A-Force came out of this, and A-Force is an amazing book. I would be all over that, and I think we've talked about that book in the past.
I saw your 9.8, man.
Yep.
Alonzo.
But A-Force was actually in the normal universe.
They had their own world.
It started off in Battle World first, and here's
Okay.
here's the ideal situation. They do a Secret Wars movie.
Yep.
And then they do a bunch of TV shows giving us spin-offs and all the just like they did with all the tie-in books. So maybe they give us a couple of Disney Plus series where they explore the Battle World scenario. And then they give us a Secret Wars 2 end cap where they restore the multiverse or whatever they want to do. But man, if they give us the incursions and all those other things that I've been seeing, yikes, this is going to be a fun ride. That's all I know.
Right?
If they give us
seriously,
incursion-
Who doesn't want to see Avengers versus X-Men? I want to see it.
What's up, Adrian?
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Are you talking about like the Hickman stuff, like the new Avengers Hickman stuff?
Yes. So on my own show, I dropped a little thing where I was paying attention to what was going on at the end of WandaVision, and I swore in the Darkhold it looked like it was a picture of. They called it the Destroyer of Worlds. Well, there's multiple worlds on top of each other, and the only time we've ever seen that is an incursion scenario. So I kind of speculate that they're headed that way.
Yep.
Oh man, that sucks. We don't have Chadwick here. Oh, that would have been so dope. That whole storyline with him. Yeah. Oh,
But
gosh.
Whoever's taken over the role of Black Panther, because they did backpedal and said they would recast. As far as I know.
Whoa, when did they do that?
What?
Have I been asleep?
Couple months ago, I saw that going through the wire that they were looking at recasting. So we'll see.
I still hold tight to JR's theory that Michael B. Jordan will be Black Panther.
So
Michael
B. Jordan is going to be in the next What If, the animated series. He's lending his voice to a character that may become Black Panther. So I mean, it's definitely out there.
But Ultra, you got some picks, right, bro? You got some picks, Ultra? Ultra lent the Spec World some picks, man. All right, man. Hold on to your horses because the first one's about to burn down Yosemite, bro. Like, look at this, man.
Woo! Look at that, baby.
Well, look, you asked me for stuff that I'm watching, so this is the kind of stuff that I'm watching because maybe one day, I might be able to splurge and get that. So this right here again is one of those oddball books. You had to send in 50 copies of DC's Blackest Night to Marvel in order to get one copy of this variant.
That's right.
That's dirty. That's
was
so
the thing.
funny.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Man, that's a sick ass cover for sure, bro.
And Blackest Night was a much better story.
Go ahead, JR. Go ahead, JR. I know you have opinion. Go ahead.
No. I think it's
no. What's your stamp on it?
Shout out
to Phil. If you can get it, I would fucking hold on to this thing. I'd grab that sucker in a heartbeat.
You could find it.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is it's not very many out there.
It's a ghost.
People like God had kept it.
It pops up, and as you guys see cons start to open up again, I guarantee you'll start to see more copies come for sale. Actually, a couple weeks back, somebody I do know went to a con, and this and the other really rare Campbell book, the Wolverine, were both at a sale where the dealer had taken in a collection of massive variants and sold each for $1,000 a piece.
Damn.
So it's possible you can come across them, but you know what? If you can't find this first print, there is a second print that is not too shabby, and it's the pencil art from Campbell.
That's gonna say. I thought
How much is that one?
Pencil one.
A lot more affordable, like $50 ish. So it's like
Okay.
infinitesimal
This is a
compared to
dope
this
cover
one.
I'd like to have, but this thing is expensive. I'm like, yeah, I'll look at it on the computer.
So
Yeah.
it's actually on Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe second printings have this reprinted as well as another one of the Campbell covers.
Oh,
Big Rob.
okay.
What you thinking, Big Rob?
This one? Oh, dude, this is
Yeah.
a must. If you can find it, yeah, I would drop the money on it. It's fucking crazy, and it'll probably keep going up in price, to be honest. And if you in the future, it might be worth, who knows, another $1,000 or $2 by then. So definitely highly recommend if you see it, if you can find it. Mortgage your house or something for it.
Steve, what you thinking, bro?
I'll probably pass on it just because of the $2,000, but I know that it's a ghost, the scarcity of it, and to find it, if I found it like at a Comic-Con, I probably would not dump the $2,000 just because there's tons more exclusives. But yeah, I would probably pass on this just because in my lifetime, unless we go to San Diego and we start picking them up, probably won't see them.
I'm just gonna go to a con, bro, and I'm gonna see it in see it on the wall, and this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna be like, just looking at it, bro. Like, that's beautiful. That's so beautiful. I can't afford it. So but the sniper gets the last say. What do you think, it's Snipe?
You know what? This is a modern grail. Like, this book itself is a modern grail.
I dropped the lotto.
Yeah, so I mean, it's one that you need to have in your PC. If I were to see it,
you wouldn't flip it. You wouldn't
price,
flip it. You wouldn't flip it. Would you flip it?
No,
would you keep it? Oh,
I would keep it. It's a modern grail. I mean, people will want this book. People want this book.
Yeah.
I would take it in almost any grade. I mean,
really?
Realistically, yeah. I mean, if somebody said, I got a 6.5 slab for you with water damage, you'd be like, take it.
Take it.
So I mean, and that's how you know it's a grail, because if you're willing to take it, no matter what the condition, just to have the book in the collection, even if it's a placeholder while you search for that newer grail.
Yep.
Or a higher grade, you know what I mean? It's
What's up, Sparks? What's
I
cracking?
just can't see spending the $2,000 on it. Like, Ian, how many Hulk 180s would this be?
Bro, yeah.
True, but how many? Put it this way: how many Hulk 180s have you seen in person compared to this book? I've seen one of these.
I can't dispute that, man. He's a
I'm
ghost.
I'm a hood rat and backbender, man, and I never seen this fucking book, man.
You won't see it in the back bins ever.
Yeah.
No.
Unless it's a store that does not know what they're doing and they process
Exactly.
a hell of
Yeah,
a collection.
because it was pretty much a straight wall book.
If you find it, go buy a lottery ticket too, man.
Yeah.
Dude, or go take a trip to Vegas and play the craps table and win big, bro.
And the only reason I even saw was my shop. Actually, somebody bought 50 of them through the shop and did it that way.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
What you got here, Ultra?
So I'm still hurting them, and I'm sorry
You're hurting them, bro.
that I chose the two most expensive books on my watch list for you guys on this show. But look, you asked me an honest question. I'm going to give you an honest answer. These are books that I'm watching because they're books that I'm after.
They're fun to talk about.
This one right here is a grail of mine. So as we were talking, I'd take it in any grade. I don't care if it was a 3.0 and well, I would prefer no poop stains, but I might consider a 3.0 with some stains on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But all right. So there's a lot of things going on with this book that are wild. If you are a UK watcher of Team Nerd Hurts podcast, well, your Transformers continuity that happened in these magazines counted for you, but our American stuff did not count for you. But here in America, it's the other way around. Our American stuff and the UK stuff both count in the same continue. So it's kind of confusing when you think about it. But there's a lot going on here, like I said, for Rodimus Prime being one of the reasons. It's basically his first UK appearance as Rodimus Prime, not as Hot Rod. Another reason is it's the first appearance of Death's Head. So there was people who were like dropping heavy rumors and applications dropping rumors that this guy's going to show up in Loki and he's a TVA worker because he did at one point he was a property created by Simon Furman used in the Marvel Comics continuity, but then when Transformers left, there was a lot of negotiations as to what stays with Marvel and what left. Death's Head is one of those properties that stayed with Marvel, even though Simon Furman created him. It stayed with Marvel. So there's that. And then my favorite Transformers writer, this was his first Transformers book. And he actually leaves clues about that in his writing, such as Agent 113, and makes references to the number 113 throughout his writings in a later Transformers series. So there's all that going for it. And then there is, on top of that, an icing on the cake, there's a store variant. And when I say store variant, it's a supermarket variant. And on the bottom right-hand corner, it has basically a diagonal banner that says Bernie Supermarket on it.
Oh, there you go. Bernie.
Very nice.
Yep.
Bernie. The UK guys, man, go look for that. UK guys. We know we have friends from across the pond that watch. You know, like they need to mail it to me. Or mail it to Ultra. Just mail it to Ultra. Don't mail it to me. Mail it to Ultra. What you thinking, Nick? I heard you. What you think about this?
Oh, man. You know me. I'm not that big on Transformers, you know. But it's a cool book, man. I think it's really cool. And is this a magazine size book?
Yes, it looks like a National Enquirer. It's thin
Wow.
paper. It's like super duper thin,
geez.
but it's squared rectangle. So they're beat to shit. Always.
Yeah.
All right.
Look, Raging Comics said he passed on it.
What?
Whoa!
Damn.
Yeah.
All right,
he
Big
said-
Rob. Big Rob, you're a Transformer fan. I know you are, bro.
Yeah, I would love to have this in my collection, but like I've never seen it in person. That's for sure. I don't. It's kind of pricey. I don't know if I'll drop the money for it, but it's definitely something to watch for if you see it and you see a good price.
Yeah, watching, huh? Steve, man, I know you're a big Transformer guy too, bro.
Oh
What do you
yeah,
think?
dude. For the first book that was $2,000, like I don't have that, but at 1,000, 100, 500, dude, I would jump on this because it's Transformers, man. And look at the cover, man. That's classic ass cover. You're not gonna find a classic Transformer cover like this, man. And then you got the variant lurking in there. You got the Rodimus Prime. There's just so many things that kind of play for it that for me, the nostalgic purpose of it would be get it. Just jump on it, hold it. At a 6.0 for a slab, I mean, that's a win, dude, for me. I would hold that near and dear to my heart.
I think I wouldn't even want to slab it, bro. I'd want to read it over and over again. What do you think?
Right?
Ultra? What, I mean, would you want to read it? I mean, this is your shit, bro.
I mean,
this is, you know,
it's one of those books where I would read it online and then definitely have it slabbed. But it's like the guy has one list right now, a CGC 650, and he can base whatever he wants because there's no way you're going to find that book in America unless somebody's brought it over for you.
Yeah.
And Alonzo, Sniper, you got the last say, bro.
So, as far as like the Transformers go, I'm more of I want to keep it in the US. But the thing about this book, it has the first appearance of Death's Head.
Bravo.
And that to me, it's like I want to get it. And if you're a product of the 90s, you know that they had Death's Head 2 and he was going against the X-Men. I mean, he was brought into the Marvel Universe proper, and there's so much going on, and it just brings that nostalgia feel for it. At least for me, it does. So I would be chasing after this book only because of that Death's Head first appearance.
Wow. Well, Ultra, thank you for bringing us in your world, bro, and letting us see what's on your watch list, man. Like that's,
Thanks, man.
you know, you're telling people like, yo, I'm watching this, so don't buy it, but they're gonna be after it too. So sorry, man. You know, like, but thank you for letting us in your world, bro. I appreciate it.
Well, that's why I chose the expensive ones. I'm gonna make them work.
Yeah, no, I'm making that shit, bro.
You know, if Kid Collector was here, he'd be like, "How many lots do I got to mow?"
I know, right?
Poor
Yeah,
guy.
but we got some watch list ones that we saw that were kind of trendy, man. They're aren't on any of the lists, and these are not ones that we actually chosen. They're ones that we actually just look at the stats, man, and go, "Whoa, what's going on with this book?" The first one is Big Rob actually saw this and posted in our little chat, our private chat, and tell us some more about this one, man. Like this one's an interesting one.
Yeah, this is TMNT Best of Raphael. It was the first issue on the TMNT Best of. It's so for me, what caught my eye initially, it's a negative variant, right? And that's been like the trend. That's been the trendy thing for the past year and a half. People have been buying up these negative variants. So when I saw that, I'm like, oh, they're coming with some new ones, and I didn't see a lot of people talking about it. So I'm like, this is going to be one of them. Like people are going to be like annoyed they didn't buy it when it came out initially, and try to go back and pick it up. Because number one is TMNT, and there's a ton of TMNT fans. And another one, there's non-negative variant collectors out there, and they're going to try to pick it up. And then you can see the last raw sale is $60.
Yeah, it is. The average is 53. So this is a no joke kind of book, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, I had no idea.
Me either, bro.
Price, man. That's crazy.
It was kind of predictable, at least from my perspective when I saw that, but not so quickly. I thought it would be a longer situation for it to happen to get to this point, but it jumped up quickly. There's also negative variants for all the turtles for Donnie
and Splinter too,
and Splinter, and they're coming out with a Casey Jones as well.
Really?
So yeah, I'm trying to get the whole set together.
Yeah, I better grab those, bro. Nick, I saw this like a month ago, bro, at the other guy's shop, and I didn't pick it up. Like I'm kind of like, oh, Ultra.
Right.
What are you thinking, bro?
You should know anything negative variant right now.
I know, right?
Well, I tell you what, this thing is the perfect storm. So you guys know IDW in itself does not sell a whole lot of books monthly. I mean, like each one of the titles will have a certain, upswing depending on something's going on with it. But these one shots, there's no variants for it. There's no incentive covers for it. It's a $5.99 cover price. Yeah, man. Yeah. And they did one, like you said, for each of the turtles, and they got one for Casey coming up. This would make the most awesome looking mosaic of turtle covers across your wall in all the different colors. And with them being this negative space variant, they are a deluxe format book that might actually be kind of tough and high grade. So I would hold every single one if I found it.
Man, I've been trying to look for this book, man, before we did this, because I was like, yo, that's a trip, man. But let me see, man. JR, man, what you thinking, bro?
I could definitely pick this up. I mean, if you can get it, hold on to it. I see a lot of, this was the first one that came out, right, Rob?
Yeah.
For the set.
Yep.
And that's why this one's probably going up, is because people probably slept on this one.
Correct.
And then whoever came out second or third, they're like, oh, damn, I want that one. And they went back to go find the Raphael, and it was missing. So that's probably why this one's jumping so much.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, just imagine
slabs.
Yeah, and just imagine if they start doing like Krang, doing a Krang,
a pink one.
Yeah,
that'd be dope.
I mean, or Rocksteady or Bebop. I mean,
or a Leatherhead. Dang, son.
Yeah, I mean, it's
it's coming.
Yeah,
the purple shredder. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, the purple shredder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nick, what you
or
thinking,
just
bro?
a foot soldier.
I'm feeling it too, man. I like turtles. I like the turtles comics. They're really awesome, man. So, for slabs, I have a couple turtle slabs, the Jenica slabs. These would be great to mount. I can already see these behind Rob over here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So you holding this?
I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling it. I'd hold it.
Oh,
if you buy it, have it, hold it. Or if you don't have it, I'd buy it for cover. Gosh, $50 is tough though. I don't know about buying $50, but we'll see.
I bet you could find this, and if you really dig, like it has to be somewhere, man. It has to be somewhere, because this is the first time I've ever seen it anywhere on any of those shows. I know Rob picked this as a top pick. I remember. Yeah, he picked this as a top pick. He did, man. Way back whenever in 2020. What is it? January? I don't know. I don't remember, man.
Yeah, back.
But final say, man. Sniper gets the final say.
So I actually passed on this book, and it was actually sitting in my LCS.
You get one of those
for more than 2 months.
Oh,
really?
So it was still in the shelf for more than 2 months, and they didn't just have one; they had plenty.
So now,
so when I just passed by this book all the time, all the time.
Well, then pick your boy up one then.
But if I had known this was going to be a $60 book, I would have picked it up and flipped that sucker.
Hell yeah!
Again, I'm not a TMNT fan, so it's not something that I would keep and hold. For me, I would flip it if I were able to get it for something like inexpensive. I would flip it.
Yeah, man, I'm a Michelangelo guy, so I'd just be like, flip that and give me a Michelangelo. So Next, man, what do we got? We got Spider-Man 29. Ultra, you wanna do us the honors, bro, on this one?
Okay. I would actually say if you have a 9.8 candidate of this book in either direct or newsstand, it is a hold.
Yep.
Dude.
I can't express to you how important it is to find a spine break free copy of this foil cover because it shows every bit of damage, every bit of scrapage.
And you can't press it.
Nope. I mean, you can just you're not. I mean, you could cold press it and kind of flatten it out, but it still leaves a bubble where the break was.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't make it better.
You can't really fix the spine breaks on these the way you can on some other books. But like I said, if you got that 9.8 candidate, this is a long term hold. Because let's be honest, Amazing 365 is a preview of this book.
Yep.
And I know people like to pick and choose which previews count and which ones don't. But this is his first appearance.
Yeah, man. And he might be showing up, man, to that to the new Spider-Verse too, right?
Oh,
and,
he already is. I mean, did you catch the end credits?
Yeah, already did it. End credit. Yep.
Oh yeah.
But it's not 264 books sold. It's 24. That's my mistake, man. My mistake. So 24 books sold. Current trend of 117%. Average raw sales are just still $10, and the 9.8 is still affordable. $160.
Yeah.
That's still I buy that, man. If I could.
There's about 2,000 out there, so 1,903 in all different universal qualifieds and signature. So 9.8. So they're out there, So somebody has them, and I guess that's why it's $160. It's kind of a lot.
What you doing with it, Nick?
Man, that being said, there's a lot. I'm kind of flipping this one, right? If you had a 9.8 candidate, sure, submit it. But if this is a $1 book, man. This is in, in regular grade. This is in, back boxes, and when we go hunting, this is a book that we came over a couple times. I think Steve had a couple in his pile. Back when we went to Santee. So.
Yeah, man. I see him at flea markets all the time, and I pass them up, man. So maybe I should start picking them up. Yeah, you're flipping it. How about you, JR? What you doing with it, man?
I actually picked up a couple from the Santee.
Yeah,
there you go.
So
easy.
I figure if nothing else, I'm gonna hold on to them and get them checked out, see if we grade them, and go from there. I mean, if nothing else, if he shows up, flip it when the movie comes out. Make your money.
All right, and the final say, man. The final say goes to Sniper.
If I'm sure we all bought this book when it first came out. I would if you had a 9.8 candidate like everybody else has said, you know what, I would hold it. I would definitely hold this book. Look at your back bins and stuff like that. I mean, he already made an appearance in Edge of Spider-Verse, the first one, and he is going to be in the second one. So, I mean, it's we know he's here. Is he going to stay? We don't know yet. But if you can find this book for $1 and it's in great shape, hang on to it. Seriously, hang on to it. Even think about it. I mean, you buy the book for $1, you grade it for like $30. I mean, you $31 into this thing. I mean, and you could turn a profit of $160. I mean, that's just amazing.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is a big antique store one too. You find these in antique stores like crazy, man.
Plus, also, isn't he Hispanic?
Yeah.
Latino?
Yeah.
So, and how many Latino characters does Marvel have in the big picture right now?
Not enough.
Not enough. They need more.
But to J1's point, though, he is saying, I kind of see his point, but I do agree with you, JR, because if they're pushing racial influences for adding Miles in, and if they add Spider-Man 2099, I mean, that's a good direction. I mean, you're getting diversity into the Marvel universe. You're going young in that direction. There's so many factors that can kind of really come into play. Maybe he does get a TV show. I mean, maybe Marvel does an animated series and throws them in there. You never know.
So they actually did have an animated series of Spider-Man 2099.
They did.
Yeah,
They did. Yep. My kid watches that. Yep.
Just as an FYI.
Just so you guys know, though, that 64% of all graded copies are 9.8. So that's kind of alarming. So that lets you know that there's a lot of copies out there. The $160 cost in a bull market in which comic books have been in kind of makes sense now. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But he also comes from a future where Miles doesn't exist as Spider-Man, but he's very important to the Peter Parker lore. As far as there's too many ties. Everybody thinking that Miles is the end all be all next Spider-Man character. I'm pretty sure the Spider-Verse is going to be very full and diverse, and multiple people sharing that mantle of the Spider. So I look forward to it. But Miguel is the original Latin Spider-Man. Period.
We need a Miguel in Spider-Man. We need a Michael in Spanish Miguel in the MCU universe, bro.
It's pronounced
Miguel.
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 Yeah,
So our
Miguel.
next one, right? We got this. We got to watch this. We're doing viewer picks, man. So if you guys ever have any specs, man, you send me a DM and I'll put them up here. But there has to be stats behind it. I'm just not gonna pick one that's like negative 10% because you think it's gonna go somewhere. It has to have some stats. JR, you want to read this one off, man?
So we got Stray Dogs #1, third print, 55 sales. Current trend is 164%. Average raw sales $20. I mean, how can you not love this from J1 Future, by the way? Who sent it in?
The homie.
I mean, it's Scream. Everyone loves all these alternate cover picks or homage, and they're just great. And this is another brilliant one down the road.
Yo, man, he posted this when it first came out. I was like, that makes a lot of sense. So I went and bought 4. Yeah, bro. It's like this is. I mean, I thought the Friday the 13th one was really good, and I was like, yo, Scream, like, come on, we're all old guys. We used to watch this when we were like in high school, man. This is it, bro. Courtney Cox, come on, man. When she was hot.
Drew Barrymore.
No,
Barrymore,
Nev Campbell.
Nev Campbell.
Nev
Damn.
Campbell.
Oh my lord!
I'm gonna pass it off to the old man Rob. What you think about this, old man Rob?
Actually, I'm a little surprised because when I pre-ordered this a while back, I was like, well, I'm collecting all the homage, so I was like, sure, why not? But I'm surprised it's going for $20 this quickly. But I hear echo. Okay,
What you gonna do with it?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna just keep it.
Oh, I'm agreeing with you. Ultra, what you thinking, bro?
Man, every single one of these movie homage covers has been amazing fire.
Mm-hmm.
And Trish and Tony have done an amazing job on this series. If you couldn't tell this was going to be a hit when it was on the shelves, I don't know what's up with your senses, because you could just smell it. And then, man, every single subsequent print that they put out has been nuts. So it's not only just #1 third print, every single one of the movie variants. And there's people who are trying to chase together sets, and some of the exclusives have really taken off. So I wish you guys luck on this one, because that's a chasing goal for sure. But this is the perfect storm again, an independent title that has good storytelling, good artwork. Out of the gate, it proves to be popular, goes multiple prints, and every one of the subsequent prints has a variant that ties into the other printings as well. So
how you stamping it? How you stamping it, Ultra?
Man, it's kind of hard because it's an indie and it's volatile. So I would be flipping this like a pancake.
All right, man. Yeah, I'm getting the Something's Killing the Children vibe from the Stray Dog thing, man. Like, it's ballistic, bro. Like
But isn't it crazy?
Dude, the first print is $100. What the hell, bro?
Yeah.
But they're dogs, man. They're dogs.
$100.
Yeah, but
They're Disney dogs.
$100, bro. It only came out like 2 months ago. Whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
Come on.
Killing the Children
really
is
quick.
tough to adapt. This is impossible. No way we're getting Lady and the Tramp murder stuff.
Come on, dude. Spaghetti, meatballs.
Bro.
It would be awesome, bro.
Look, you guys like Invincible, and that was they could do a cartoon of it and have do the same thing. Like
They could.
they have to do a cartoon they have to make this kind of like a Disney-ish thing to make it really pop. Because then you have like dogs getting killed in the back of a fucking shack and shit, bro. Like, it's just crazy, dude. It's like, Rob, what'd you think of Rob?
I just think it's crazy that this book got so high so quick and compared to Something Killing the Children or Canto or Department of Truth. It took its time to get up to that particular value. And this one, I feel like overnight, it just became a $100 book. So it's got to be really popular. That's the only reason I could think of.
You know, I think it's the comic book women, bro. The comic book women. They have Trish on their show all the time. Like they got it there, bro.
They
hyped it, bro. It's the comic book women, man. Everybody likes to watch the beautiful women, and then everybody's like, "Oh, Stray Dogs, man, beautiful women." I'm in. I'm gonna pass it over to Jr. because I know he's a cat guy. So, what do you think about the dogs, bro?
I actually am glad I picked it up a couple weeks ago. To me, this book, I'd flip the third print. I'd be holding on to everything else. I think this will be hard though to ever do as a movie because if you do an animated, kids want to see it, and you can't let kids see this movie. But it loses its appeal if you do it live action. So it's kind of stuck in that middle ground of how are you going to pull this off?
Lion King, bro.
Bro, man, they'll get sued, bro. Like they're killing dogs. They'll be like, "You really killed a dog in the back of the shack." And
Michael Vick's favorite movie.
And skinned them, bro.
But people need to grow up.
People
need to grow up. We remember Old Yeller. I mean, we all, every one of you guys in this room cried at the end of the
They don't make movies like that no more, man.
You know, but think about the trauma. The trauma.
Well,
it's not a kid's movie.
It's a rite of passage to see your heroes die in front of you, man.
Man.
Yeah.
Sniper.
Spider-Man died in front of us.
Yeah.
What you thinking, Sniper?
So you know what? This was actually my book for the pick of the week that we did like a while ago. So I believed in this book. I love this book. For this third print, I would buy and sell. I would flip this sucker.
Really?
I would totally flip it.
Dang.
You know, it's a third print. I mean, you can buy them. I mean, they're easily accessible. Buy them for cover. You know, keep one or two, but flip the rest. I mean, you don't want to be stuck holding all this stuff. It's a limited series. It already ended. I mean, is there going to be a Stray Dogs?
There's a one shot coming up.
Yeah. You know, is there going to be a series? We don't know.
Free comic book day and a one shot. So you never know. With writers, I think they know that they want to leave their property open just in case.
You know,
Dogs, part 2.
But how they're going to do it? You know, I mean, Sophie found a good family. Are they going to get a new set of dogs? And then it's going to be the same thing over and over again.
It's true.
You know, I don't know.
I agree a lot.
With this third print, just flip it.
They skinned the dog, bro. It's the near Nirvana's fault, bro. They skinned the dog, bro. Like, damn, that was cold-blooded, man.
That's Cruella DeVille, bro.
Could you possibly see this on Hulu? Like, you know how DC, like, I mean, to Geek Driven's point in the chat, he was saying Harley is animated. I mean, you could see this probably on HBO or even on Hulu. I mean, you're seeing MODOK on Hulu.
It would definitely be, if they do a cartoon or something animated, it would definitely be for the older crowd, right? I mean, you wouldn't want kids to see this. I mean, this isn't All Dogs Go to Heaven, you know?
That shit was horrible, too.
Definitely mature content.
Yeah, man.
Excuse me?
But, but shout out to J1, man, for sharing this with us, man. And shout out to Near Nirvana for actually making me read this book, bro. Because I just bought the #1 just to buy it. I was like, I'll buy it. And then I actually started reading it because of them, man. The queen of comics, man. They got me to read this, so I appreciate y'all.